Hello, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world and this beautiful day in mid-June of the year 2020 was a very good day for you and all of your wonderful, wonderful black loved ones. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, have you noticed this? When those racist, inhuman white folks cannot defeat us, when they cannot persuade us, when they cannot manipulate us, then they will trot out a coon. And in this case, when the white racist Republican Party exposed their so-called police reform bill today, they went and got a coon, and that coon's name is U.S. Senator Tim Scott. When they cannot defeat us, when they cannot persuade us, when they cannot manipulate us, they will trot out a bamboozled, a hoodwinked, a half-baked, a half-fried, a punkified, a sissified, a pasteurized, and homogenized coon like Tim Scott, that fake-ass black boy from the state of South Carolina. He has been socially engineered to the core. He's under the same umbrella as Clarence Thomas, that coon on the U.S. Supreme Court. Tim Scott had the audacity, with 15 racist white boys, including Mitch McConnell, standing behind him. He had the audacity to say today that this plantation called America is not a racist country. When white folks cannot defeat us, they will trot out a coon like Tim Scott to lie to us, to try to convince us to believe in those racist white folks that are controlling that coon, that control all coons. And in this case, the coon selected was U.S. Senator Tim Scott, called himself a Republican. How can any black person not realize that the Republican Party is the party of the KKK? The Republican Party is the party of white supremacists. The Republican Party is the party of white nationalists. The Republican Party is the party of Trump. The Republican Party is the party of Mitch McConnell, Devin Nunes, Kevin McCarthy, John Burr, etc., etc. All of those racist white boys are Republicans. Know this, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, that it might be instructive at this juncture to recall that Christianity, the white boys' Christianity, was based upon the life and activities of an African black prophet named Jesus. Get that. Remember that. The white boys' fake Christianity is based upon the activities of an African black prophet named Jesus. And know this, the white Romans, the white racist Romans, recognized this fact. It is reflected in the early portrayals of Jesus and his mother as the Black Madonna. You can still find pictures, emblems of the Black Madonna and the Black Prophet Jesus at certain places in Europe, certain places in Italy, certain places in Turkey, etc., etc. Jesus' mother was the Black Madonna, and Jesus was the Black child. To this day, the 17th of June, 2020, a picture of the Black Madonna and the Black child, Jesus, secretly cherished as one of the most holy icons of the original Christian church and the Catholic Church, by the way. What then necessitated changing the image of Black Jesus and Black Mary to white Christ and white Mary? To answer that question, we must return to the most fundamental fact in the existence of global white supremacy, their collective mind. Know this, white-skinned people were initially the mutants, the albinos of the black folks in Africa. These white-skinned folks were recognized as having a disease, just as today's modern science of genetics refers to the condition of albinism, the lack of melanin skin pigmentation, as a genetic deficiency disease. The white-skinned early albinos were rejected by the normal pigmented majority. They were chased out and isolated from the normal black genetic grouping. Eventually, they had to migrate northward to remove themselves from the intense African sun rays. Migrating northward from Africa, the albinos populations eventually settled in the area of the world now referred to as Europe. There, they increased in number and eventually returned to conquer the people of color in Africa, Asia, and the rest of the world. They returned with their idea that they would conquer and no longer think of themselves in compensation as the superior and supreme superman, and look upon all skinned pigmented people as genetically inferior. You get that? White folks, that skin color is a genetic deficiency. They turned it around. They projected it onto the black Africans, black folks, people that look like me, with a necessity for such a compensatory ideology and concept of self as superior. The white boy's psyche could tolerate no concept of anything higher than the white self, not even God. Thus, when the concept of the Son of God was formulated in their thinking, the white boys' thinking, the Son eventually took God himself. The Son eventually took the form of a white boy, which by the brain computer logic would mean that God himself then had to be a white boy. Thus, the white collective mindset in logical reality is not in worship of any force beyond itself. White folks really do not worship anyone or anything beyond themselves. Further, it is apparent that the collective white boy's psyche felt anger toward God for bequeathing them what is now understood as a genetic defect, namely white skin. In turn, they have spawned the thinking that doubts and denies the existence of God. Thus, they have conceived of themselves as being at war with nature, which is the reflection of God. They function as though they are in a contest with God and try to out-create God. Presently, white folks, they are in a quest to produce genes and life itself. White folks are in their laboratories, in their research facilities, trying to produce genes so that they can be the producers of life itself. In fact, their dominant occupation is the destruction of the universe. I have said that before, that white folks are on a mission to destroy all of us by destroying the universe. And it is no accident that within the language system of the most highly evolved white supremacy unit, the word God is the exact mirror image of the word dog. And within the same language system, the dog, not God, is said to be man's best friend. You see the logic, you see the truth in that, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Black folks and all other non-white folks who have operated under the concept of God as a white boy for the past 2,000 years should begin an immediate return to the fundamental concept of God as originally understood in Africa before the input of the albino, the white collective mindset. The African understanding of God was that it was the only and all-in-one energy force that created and simultaneously was all energy in the universe. That was the black Africans' understanding of who and what God was. When they understood, when they recognized the God force as the source of all, the being, B-E-I-N-G, responsible for all, and the multiplicity of energy configurations in the universe. That's who the real God is, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. The belief held that there are no energy configurations in the universe that are not from God and that are not God. All energy configurations were of God, and all energy configurations are God. We are all energy. I am energy. You are energy. Our thoughts are energy. Our words are energy. Our feelings are energy. Our movement is energy. Our voice, communications, is energy. All energy configurations of the universe is of God, and all energy configurations in the universe is God. God is within each one of us, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. I hope that this audio podcast shared just a little bit of light through the darkness, if there were any darkness regarding you or I knowing who God really is and where God really resides. That's what I have on this one. Please go to the thrasherway.libsyn.com. There you will gain access to all that I do. Download, please. Download, please.